consistent thing that people say that you have to double down on your strength. You have to utilize your strength and then forget about your weaknesses. There will be times when the only thing that will make you stand out is because of that weakness that you work on. To be honest, that's just the honest truth. There'll be times where the only thing that will make you stand out will be your weakness that you've worked on. So consistently recognize your weaknesses and work on them. You are not recognizing your weakness all because you want to tell people that, oh, dating ember, I can do it. Dating ember is not for me. No, you have to recognize your weakness and consistently recognize your weaknesses and consistently work on them, because you never know when an opportunity might arise, and then because you have a weakness in certain thing, and then you might miss out on an opportunity. You can't consistently tell yourself that you are not something. You have to build on your weaknesses while utilizing your strength as well. And then recognize your limitation. There are certain things that you just can't do no matter what you try. No matter how you try, there are certain things that you just can't do, right? And then understand those things and consistently work on them. It shouldn't be a limitation always, but you have to consistently work on your limitation once you are building your personal brand and discovering yourself. So you have to assess your emotional and psychological strength. What are things that gets you emotional? What are things that gets you excited? What are things that gets you sad? What are things that gets you angry? You have to recognize all of those things, and then see how to communicate them in a way that doesn't affect your brain. So you know that you get angry at things that have to do with, or when somebody get to mention something against somebody's race, right? I mean, that's a principle that you have already set. And then once somebody get to communicate with you, once somebody get to interact with you, they know that that is a no no. Like, these are things that turns you off. These are things that turns you off. And then you have to communicate with them and tell them that this is something you have to be respectful about it. And then when accessing when dealing with such situation, you have to be respectful, and then making sure that the person doesn't feel disrespected in the end. And then you have to reflect your patience and consistency level. Like, how consistent are you? Are you a person that do all week, or are you a person that has a mode of consistency? Do you do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and things like all Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and things like that? You have to understand your consistency level to know like how you deliver value, how you deliver products, how you deliver on your services that you offer, and all of those things. And then you have to understand what motivates you. I said that in the beginning. And then you have to understand your social tendency, whether you are introvert or an extrovert. So for personal branding focuses on you as the product and the services. So understanding your uniqueness help you stand out in a crowded marketplace with no marketing budget influencing how customers perceive you. So it's not about spending money on art, it's not about doing flashy things online. No, it's about it's about solving problem, right? It's about unique identity that you ascribe to. Is about your belief system. Is about your value, your principles, and all of those things. These are things that build your personal brand. So when defining your sorry when defining your targeted audience, one of the important things for building a personal brand is to identify your targeted audience. So when you're defining your targeted audience, you have to first identify your brand goals. So identify the purpose of your personal brand. Is it for financial gain? Is it for influence? Is it for a movement? Is it for public speaking? Is it to create contents for other benefit? So are you doing this because you want to make money? Are you doing this because you want to have a positive impact in people's lives? Are you doing this because you want to inspire a change within the mindset of other people? Are you doing this because you want to get or speaking gigs? Are you doing this because you want to do something that other people might benefit from? Like you have to identify your brand goal. Like what is the main goal of you building your personal brand? And then you have for your targeting audience, right? Identify your target audience is crucial for branding. It creates a profile including the age, gender, location, salary, and things like that. Because you have to know, not everybody are not everybody will benefit from you. Not everybody you will have to offer your service to. No, you have to identify your target audience. Like who are those people that are mostly interested in your product? So so it's quite normal for people to think it's quite a norm for people to think like once I pass once I have a business idea and then obviously once it's a good business idea people will have to buy from it. No, sometimes a business idea can be a very good business idea but within a wrong environment, trust me, that business will not thrive, right? So you have to understand what are things that people are interested in within that within my current demographic, right? With the current demographic of my target audience, right? People of this age, people of this age within my area, what are things that are they interested in? People of this people in this location, people in this community, like what are things that they are interested in? People that speak the language, people that have this amount of budget, what are things that they're looking for? And things like that, you have to recognize it so that you can be able to cater to their needs more efficiently. And then you also have to recognize your complete competition. So in a competitive environment, whether targeting the same audience or selling a product, it is crucial to analyze competitors, identify their unique strength, differentiate yourself, and capitalize on their weakness. So you already understand you have to do a research on your competitors. There are a lot of people that are doing what you do. So you can't ignore them. No, you can't do that. You have to recognize them. Like I know that other people are doing the things that I'm doing. So I have to research on them, knowing know what they are doing right, right? And knowing what are things that they aren't doing right. And then I can be able to make amends to my own personal brand in order to make me have a competitive edge, right? So that's one of the reasons why you do a competitor analysis. And then for when you are defining your targeted audience, there are two things to consider. You have the demographic and the psychographic. So for the demographic, these are the location, the gender, the career, the income of your targeted audience, of the people that you are targeting. And then for psychographic, it's almost like things that goes on in the people mind, like what are beliefs and things like their hobbies, their personality, their desire, their lifestyle, the problems they face, some of the challenges they face, and things like that. And then you can be able to craft or value proposition to those challenges and problems that they face. And then for narrating your brand story. So before you begin, it's important to have a clear understanding of what your personal brand is all about. This includes defining your unique value proposition, targeted audience, and brand personality. And how do you do that? You have to understand your why, your who, and how. So for the why you exist. I think I said it before. Why you exist as a personal brand? Is it for financial gain? Is it because you want to inspire change? Is it because you want to empower people and things like that? And then if you decide I want to empower people, who do you want to empower? Right? I'm a graphic designer, right? So I want to empower creatives. I want to empower brands. I want to empower businesses. These are people that I want to empower. And how do I do that? How do I do that? Is by providing creative strategies that will help them stand out in their current market, in their local market. And so and then you have already crafted your why, your who, and how. Now once you have crafted that, it's easier for you to communicate your brand story, right? Because you know that. So build POC Nobugo brand, PO Nobugo brand exists for creatives, for brands and businesses who want to grow and looking for a creative strategy. That's my brand story. That's my brain story. I've already communicated the why I exist, for who, and how I'm going to deliver on my brand promises. So, in building your social media, so another thing that you have to consider when building your personal brand is your social media presence, right? So social media is an essential tool for building your personal brand. Like, you have to choose the platforms that are most relevant to your target audience and create a consistent brand presence across all platforms. And then you have to you have to know, okay, I'm a I'm a graphic designer, I'm a let's say health practitioner. People that want to people that want to hire a person to do or maybe or graphic design work, or maybe health practitioner to do or maybe cater to their needs or something, to their medical needs and all of those things. Like, what are platform they usually go on to do, to search for people to help them, right? And then once you have recognized the platform, you have to create content that are valuable consistently. So you can go and call yourself a graphic designer, and then when somebody go on your on your page, they are not saying things that they can gain value from, right? Like, they didn't see that, oh, this person here actually know their thing is within, is able to even communicate value to other people, to empower people within that field, right? So I'm a project manager. So how am I even helping? Like, what a value that I bring? Like, when somebody go and see on my page, the only thing, and all the things I talk about, nothing is related to project management. I say I am a health practitioner, but then when somebody go on my social media pages, the things that I'm connected to, the things that I'm passionate about, is not being communicated on my page. Trust me, the person wouldn't trust you, because the person will feel as though, like, it's just something that you do part time. It's not something that you are deeply interested in. So you have to create content. You have to create a post. You have to create a blogs. You have to create carousels. You have to create flyers and things like that. Videos that consistently in reinforces your brand image. So when when so another thing you have to do when you are building your presence online is for you to make your social media presence consistent. So you have to create a username that is easy and flashy as it has been made to look like. So before choosing a username, or or finalizing finalizing with that username, there are some things that you should consider, or you need to consider, because your username is the direct link to the world through the internet. So one of the things that people connect with you is your username. So your username should have key values. Your key username should have key elements, right? It should be easy to spell. It shouldn't be something that when somebody want to spell, or somebody want to recommend you to somebody, and then the person want to go check for you online, it's very hard for them to find you. No, it should be easier to pronounce, so that when somebody is mentioning you, it can be easier for them to mention you. It can be easier for them to get your name right. It can be easier for them to promote you, and then it has to be easier to remember, so that when it has to be easy to remember. It has to be available. When it comes to availability, right? Is about your name is not being used by other people. Like, you have a unique name, and then I will go on to the next slide. To the next slide, I will teach you how to, when you are crafting your unique name, like, what are things to, just in case somebody has your name, somebody already have a name that you are using. What are things to do in order to make your name stand out? And then it also has to have a format retainment. So if you are using